Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. This is Greg with the Dapper Man. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Today I'm going to be smoking and reviewing the Macanudo Inspirado Green. So stay tuned. Welcome back. Before we get started smoking the Macanudo Green, I do want to welcome all of our new subscribers. We do have a number of new subscribers. I'm not going to mention everybody here today like I normally do, but I do want to welcome everybody to the channel. And you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Instagram, and of course thedapperman.org. But if you really want to follow us on Instagram. That's where I am most active. Okay, now getting into the cigar here. Like I said before, this is the Macanudo Inspirado Green. This has tobaccos from 4 different countries. It has, let's see, Brazilian Arabica, the binder is Indonesian, and the filler comes from the Dominican Republic and Colombia. And it is a medium cigar. It is, I've actually had these before. They're very earthy, slightly sweet, and definitely a lot of pepper. I also got a lot of wood in there before, but we'll go ahead and smoke this one, see what I get this time. This is the Robusto. It's the 5x52 as I drop it. They also have a Churchill and I believe a 6x52. So very limited in the sizes, but it's a very good smoke. So let's go ahead and give it a cut. This is my personal cutter, not the lounge cutter. I do lick the cap to help keep it intact. If you are going to lick the cap, do not borrow somebody's cutter, use your own. I also have both my 3-torch and my 3-flame and 1-flame lighter. What I like to do usually is my single flame. I will go ahead and just kind of toast the bottom. You don't want to leave it in one spot too long. I know we're trying to light the cigar, but you don't want to absolutely burn it. Now that it's mostly gray, nope, still not fully toasted. There we go. I will go ahead and purge the cigar. Meaning I will blow through it several times. Then I will go ahead and finish the light. That looks pretty good. Now on the cold draw, the dry draw, I was getting a lot of that Fig Newton sweet dried fruit taste. I usually don't get a whole lot of flavor off the first few puffs, again because you have just lit it and you still have all that smoke and everything that build up in the cigar. That's one reason I try to purge it. And usually all I get on the first like 2 or 3 puffs is just heat. So far, again, not a whole lot of flavor, a lot of heat. I am getting some pepper, or some spice, not heat spice, but actual spice from the cigar. So what I'm going to do is get into the first third here. This is just, I mean, as you can see it, I'm barely in there. So I'm going to get into the first third here. I'll actually come back once I'm past the initial light. And give you some more flavors. So far it's just mostly pepper and spice. So I'll be right back. Welcome back. I am barely into the first third here, but I do want to come back with a flavor profile update now that I am past that initial light. In the first third, I'm getting a lot of those earthy wood tones. A little bit of coffee, but everything's preceded by a little bit of sweetness. So it's kind of like a sweet cherry, then earth and wood, and then coffee. I have learned while smoking this cigar, you do have to be very, very patient with it. Maybe like 1 puff a minute, 2 puffs a minute at most. If you start just over puffing on this cigar or just keep it burning hot, then it will just, all you get is like spice and like cedar. Yeah, even that, all I got was like a cedar wood taste. So be very, very slow, be very, very diligent about how fast you smoke the cigar. It's a really good cigar. It deserves to be smoked slowly and enjoyed. This would be really good with a nice coffee or maybe a bourbon or a rye whiskey would probably be good with this as well. So again, be slow, take your time, and just really enjoy that sweetness and the wood and coffee flavors that you're getting out of this. But I'm going to continue smoking. I'm going to get, probably around the transition to the second third, end of the first third, beginning of the second third. I'll come back, let you know how the rest of the first third is going, and then we'll go from there. So stay tuned for that. Welcome back. I'm definitely into my second third here. Let's see what I get off of the, let's see what tasting notes I get. A lot of wood and a little bit of spice up front. And then a transition to kind of a sweet, like cherry type of flavor. And then on the long finish, definitely got a lot of coffee. A lot of good coffee there, black coffee. Wrapper is pretty good, again, considering I've dropped it actually twice now. I keep hitting it every time I go to pick it up. So the wrapper is a bit cracked, but again, that's from me dropping it, not from the cigar itself. Cap is completely still intact. Lots of smoke. No tunneling, no mouthfuls, no canoeing. Very even burn. Very good construction on this cigar. So I will be back once I am into my final third here and give you a final update and final thoughts on the cigar. So stay tuned. Welcome back to the final third. As you can see, I'm pretty close to the band. I'll take the band off here in just a moment. Probably into the second, beginning of the final third here. Flavor-wise, still getting that earthiness, that wood right up front, kind of like a cedar taste. A little bit less on the black pepper. I think that's because, again, you just got to take your time when you smoke this. Otherwise, all you're going to get are spice and pepper and that wood. Again, that slight cherry sweetness, and then the coffee, like the black coffee on the long finish. Yeah, nothing new, but it's a very good cigar. Price-wise, I think this is $8 or $9 here in Colorado. I think I'll have to double check that, but it's a pretty good stick. Really enjoying it. Is this something you want to take to the golf course? Probably not. Only because I don't want to say baby the cigar, but you do want to take your time with it. Is it a backyard cigar? Probably not. Again, you want something that you can kind of abuse a little bit more. But overall, very good stick. I would highly recommend you give it a shot. If you haven't had one before, it's the newest in the Macanudo Inspirado series. Came out earlier this year. So that's all for now. I'm going to finish the cigar here. And I hope you have a fantastic day wherever you are. Again, you can find us on Facebook, Pinterest, Twitter, Instagram, mostly on Instagram, and of course on the dapperman.org. Have a good day, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.